Yes, people, welcome to my channel where I'm going to be talking about everything bar Man United. No, I'm joking. Everything about Man United, Bruno stuff, all of that good stuff. Big up for the rants raid. Anyone that's got questions, statements, anything, just pop it in the chat. Pop it in the chat. I do these solo shows afterwards. So if anyone wants to get me to 5.1, I suppose, I think I'm like 15 away. 15 away, I believe. Run that up, man. We've got, a little bit of me to you kind of conversation rather than, when you're talking with someone, obviously like a panel or a panelist, it's a little bit difficult to get the comments involved. So getting the comments involved is definitely something I am thriving on at the moment. I'm baking this. I got this sun that's got a sunroof thing, and I swear on my life, my head is hot. And I don't mean angry, but I'm baking, man. You can probably see all the light going around. It's just, yeah, man, it's a long day. It's hot in the UK at the moment. Decently hot anyways. Big up Kiri, big up Lebo. Morning, people. Don't forget to like the video. Big up Cass. Let's get this stream to 130 likes. That's bare random, but love. So this bum Luke Shawn Hoyland. There's rumors. There's lots of rumors about this stuff as well. TTM David Love. A few of you might be in the Discord. Someone put this in the Discord, please. Big up Kiri. I think you said I voted no for bans. Yeah, love for that. Cass, what do you think about Nick Jackson signing if all else fails? Don't you dare. Yeah, don't you dare run that up. Nico Jackson, are you mad? No. I mean, he's not the worst player in the world, but no. You know what it is? Before we get into like all these different options and what we should do and pretty much what we've already heard is just I don't want to deal with Chelsea no more. No more dealing with Chelsea, man. Please. Put the Chelsea transfers in the back. Yeah, no more giving them money. Imagine that. Oh, they take the lap and we go give them that 30 million for Nico Jackson or more. No, I'm not trying to hear that, man. Bruno first bid was always going to be short. Yeah, we want more. We want more, man. Moyes, quick question. Is the Gal American? No, he's Canadian. Big up Cass. Yeah, love for that. Bradley as well. And King, Man United Chiefs or Napoli. Could it really be a Rasmus swap? I don't think so. I think that's all rubbish. I do think it is bullshit. Only reason being is because Garnacho is heavily linked to Napoli, and I do know, like, obviously we all know this the exact same stuff. Rasmus is what he's wanted by Italian teams, pretty much only Italian teams. I mean, Ten Hag's at Leverkusen, he should be doing us a favor, but I don't see Højlund going anywhere, borrow to Italy, and the only team I can kind of see him going to, again at the moment is maybe like Juventus. I don't know who else. You lot could tell me, but I don't think it's going to be Napoli. They've already got like Lukaku. Maybe it makes sense to get back up. Yeah, maybe Napoli thing is true. Let's just wait, I suppose. Matteo Moretto or someone like that can come out. Damasio, who I don't believe. I do believe that Matt Hargreaves is in Naples. But I do believe it's for the want away in terms of Garnacho. He does need to leave. You know, we talk about 100 million for Bruno. Don't get me wrong. We'll talk about Bruno Fernandez. And I want you lots of opinions on that in the comments as well. How much, and do you think this is a mistake? If not the right choice, that would be good. But the Garnacho thing needs to be dealt with swiftly. Like when you got, whether you like it or not, I mean, I don't mind it. I think it's funny. But when you've got an interview, right, and you've got what's Amarim laughing at Garnacho questions, even though it might be right or wrong from the guy that's asking the question, the journalist, it goes to show that this guy really don't want him. He disrespected him, and that's it. It's like, brother, like you disrespected me on camera to the world. Yeah, love, man. You got no way back. So I'm not watching the Hong Kong friendly. No, I'm going Juma. So forget that. I have other obligations, and I'm going out afterwards. If we do lose, though, I swear I'll be mega fuming, man. Actually, not even fuming. I'll just be embarrassed. But yeah, moving on from Garnacho, we'll see what happens there. I don't think we're going to hear anything over the weekend. I'm pretty sure we won't hear anything until he's probably back from holiday. Let's call it holiday. I don't even know when they're back or how long this post-season thing is. Post-season's a shambles, isn't it? It's disgusting. Big up Julian. And you're quite optimistic with Chelsea. Look, at the moment, in this moment of time, this whole Gyokeres seems like Look, I think Chelsea are chasing Ekatike because you lot like orphans and stuff. You like young boys. I understand that, but I'm not gonna throw your name out of the hat yet. It's, you can offer him a lot more, but then I feel like you might go back on your promises for the lap from what we've been told that it might be. Forget Gyokeres. He wants to play Champions League. Never say never. United needs Gyokeres. You need him badly, whatever the costs. I agree, but I'd want Mateta. I think Mateta is, for me, a more viable option, Prem proven as well. Again, a great age like Gyokeres. I just feel like he's the man. And it's not even like it's a season. It's been like a season and a half. You put the right pieces around him, and he's gonna thrive. It makes sense. The hold up play for me, it's all about the hold up play in the Premier League. All the players that thrive for me these days in terms of strikers is the ones that have got brute strength. He'll probably stay in Portugal. After the comments that he's been making, I don't see that. If all the teams get their targets, who do you think wins the league next season? I mean, Arsenal with the Sesko stuff is crazy, isn't it? So not them. It's either Man City or Liverpool at the moment. I mean, if Chelsea end up getting like a Rodrigo and a Gyokeres, I'll be like, and a centre back, I'd throw their name in the hat. I just don't know if Maresca's got the minerals to do so. Gyokeres may come, but Mateta has been overpriced. But I ain't seen a price for Mateta yet. I just seen 40 million, but had more scope to get better and is already approaching his peak. I agree. Big up Ronaldo in the building. But yeah, the whole Gyokeres thing is going to be reliant on Bruno Fernandez. Let's be honest. That money there can free up a lot of cash for all different stuff. And at least now we've got the update this morning and even last night about his situation. 80 million doesn't cut it for me. I feel like you can definitely get that 100, 110 million. Don't undercut it, but don't go. I don't think United should try that or push their luck either. But for me, it's just everything's reliant on this guy leaving. And that's what I mean about rebuilding. Whether you like it or not, you've got to understand. And for me, you've got to make a decision in your own minds, because not that it really matters, because Ineos are going to do what they got to do. And then Amram's got to go and manage what he's got to go and manage. But for me, it's just like, are you Bruno Fernandez FC or are you Manchester United FC? Like, which one do you want to be? Because you can try to be both. You want the best for United and you might think Bruno's the best situation. But when you've got so much money up front, raring to go, meaning you can go get 2 brand new midfielders, you can go get a proper striker, you can go get you can basically do all this business before even outgoings even happen, and you don't have to be reliant on it. Where do you stand? That's it. Where do you stand with that? Can you make peace that this guy is considering going to Saudi at the moment? Amir is going to be sacked by November. Raw. I don't think so. Not if he gets his targets. Not if United get the targets, it'd be interesting to see what the developments are. Would you pay more than what Gyokeres is worth to get Mateta? Nope. Well, actually, that's a good question. That. See, I think because of Gahey, he was worth like 60 or million, 65 million or whatever before. I think 50 million, 55 million is a stretch, but I think it's worth it. For me, I think it's worth it to go and get him. We're going to always have these target options. You got the United stand, Mark Goldbridge, saying, keep an eye on this. Don't believe him, please. He said there's a compilation of him saying that at the moment, going out online saying, keep an eye on this player, that player, getting things wrong, trying to run a narrative. Just don't believe that. He ain't got those sources, man. His sources are what's his name? Alex Crook. I mean, I could have told you about this Mateta thing. He's the third one on the list. But right now, we have to admit, like, United's first option is Gyokeres, and at any given moment of an opportunity, they're going to go and try and take it. You probably just can't execute it. Do you reckon we get another 3-4-3 manager if Amram is sacked? Maybe. I don't know. What's that? Man City of 70 million. They just slapped the money up. Fucking hell. I don't know who that source is though, but I'm gonna trust it. Oh, did they not just tweet all the? It looks like Reinders is going to City. Love 70 million euros. They just bumped up a 10 million extra. They said, "Yep, love." See, these men don't play about, and then we got us playing about. We're fannying. Bruno's got to get gone now. That's pissed me off. Are you mad? He's got to go. No, he's got to go. We need money, man. He's got to go, man. Everyone's making moves, and we make one move. And you know what? You got United trying to be cheeky, yeah, with Cunha. let Cunha sign on the 1st of July and his contract, meaning that we can put extra money into players. It's smart, by the way. You get stuff done now. The new year goes over and rolls over to June. To July for the next season. Makes sense. Use the money for now. Let that calculate onto whatever PSR stuff now. And then Reinders is going to fucking Man City for 70 million euros. And I'm contemplating if Bruno needs to leave for 100 million. Are you mad? No, man. This is a flipping travesty, bruv. I don't even have to do a euro sign on this. Give me the euro sign, man. Yeah, give me that symbol, man. What the fuck's going on, man? And you don't want him to stay. Bro, all these other great players are going to other clubs and we're just here, lurking in the wind, bro, like nervous perverts or something, fam. What are we doing, man? Stop watching. Go do. To change his title, man. Long. There we go. Done. No, man, it's not even a crash out, fam. It's not even a joke. I didn't want my head getting hot. My head is actually hot, by the way. But I'm just saying, like, it's a joke. We got fannying about for someone who wants to spam crosses, and we can't get no one that's just tidy, bro. Come on, man. Omar Barada, someone needs to slap that bald head of his already, man. Let it jiggle a little bit, pause. Yeah, it might wobble. The brain might get intact, and just say, go. You need to go. He said, oh, the club wants to let me go. I'll go. Go then. Go. Leave. Adios. Cult hero, love, not for me, in a bit. Stephen Williams, how about you get out, you absolute freak? Yeah. Someone kick him out, man. Yeah, their midfield's done, man. No, that's a madness. No one can even see his comments. Never mind. Don't even matter. If someone sees a Stephen Williams, get rid of him, man. And you know what? Because of that, let me know where you're from. Love, I'll find your name. What's KO Ken? You mean KO Ken? Are you talking about Goku? You're trying to do abbreviations for it. They get let deep it. Nori, Reinders, Cherky, Costa Tar. It's mad. Yes, we must sell to buy. I agree. One sec. Yeah, my bad. I sneezed. I've got hay fever. We are in a relegation. No, you're doing too much now. I'm actually sweating. We're not in a relegation battle next season. Stop being pessimistic, man. This is why he needs to go. And this is why he's contemplating it. I'm gonna read it again. Let me go and do this. Ben Jacobs. Let's go read this tweet. I can't even spell. Is my head getting that hot? Allow it. Bruno Fernandez. Right, we don't care about that. We don't care about that. So an hour ago, I didn't even know this. Talks between Al Hilal and Bruno Fernandez described by Saudi sources as productive. Fernandez yet to give an answer, but Hilal made it clear it must come before the World Cup. So what that's kind of telling me is that 72 hours is a lot of bullshit. But the thing is, I think the Club World Cup, the window closes on the 10th of July. So there's technically 11 days. But to get everything sorted is going to take more than... they're going to need an answer very soon. I mean, over the weekend, it will be, what, the 1st of July? So we should hear some more... Really and truly, we should hear more through the weekend or maybe by early next week. And I don't really want to wait because I want to do it now. I'm desperate. Bruno Fernandez agent Miguel Pino traveled to Saudi this week to meet with Al Hilal and speak to the president, Fahad bin Nafel. Discussions described by Halal sources as productive took place in the Four Seasons in Riyadh, and talks ran into late into the evening. Halal asked earlier in the week for an answer within 20 to 72 hours as they look to firm up marquee signings ahead of the Club World Cup. Hilal are still waiting on Fernandez's decision, but pushing. Saudi sources insist Fernandez is yet to reject their offer, adding significant efforts have been made in the last 2 days to try and get Fernandez's green light. Man United's position remain they don't want to lose their captain, and no bids have arrived state from Al Hilal. The next few days are going to be key in clarifying his future. That's mental. It's 80 million with 50 million add-ons. Last time I checked, they don't do add-ons over in Saudi. I haven't seen that before, so you can let me know. You might know more than me. But you can't turn that stuff down. You know, the money that this guy is actually going to be getting is you can't turn it down. It's impossible. Like, what are you? I don't know what he's waiting for, because like, look at the overall picture, people, right? Make sure you're smashing the likes. 10 likes away from 100. Hear me out on this part. It's just Man United is not guaranteed to get Champions League next season, right? And we already know, like, he's going to be looking at the World Cup. He's going to go to the World Cup. You'd see Ronaldo go to the World Cup, even in that league. That's a given. He's a game changer, whatever you want to label him at. There's no guarantee United do much next season. It's a big risk. And then before you know it, you got to think of it logically. You know, he feels like he can play in the best competitions. I feel like he's more mad at the fact that someone like Barcelona or something is not trying to come and snap him up, which is not happening. But he might not see Champions League football again, because let's be real, there's no aspirations to play Europa League. So he might not see that again, you know, for another 2 to 3 years. By then, he'll be going on a free. This is why it only makes sense right now, as it stands, to accept the offer. It's £65 million per year. It's not a joke. You know, these are like basketball contracts, you know, basketball player contracts. They're mental. And some, by the way, it's not just 65 million, it's and some on top of that. So it's like, you got to look at it as a man. You can't, when that sort of money comes by, it's generational wealth, man. You don't even have to worry about anything left. Some people are not ruled by money, which is fair enough. Like, it's not, you know, like, big up to them people, but it's tax-free, man. It's for 2 to 3 years of your career, right? I think it's a 3-year deal, correct? 200 million. Like, you'll be 33 years of age, maybe 34. You might have a little bit of life left in you. You know, you might even like it out there. You could probably still return to Europe on a free, potentially as well. So you could even go and make your money, go and do whatever you need to do. Go back to, like, I don't know. He made his career in the Italian league in Sampdoria. I'm pretty sure, like, by the time that's finished, someone like, I don't know, Napoli will pick you up, or Lazio or Roma. Like, you still have something going on. That's the way I look at it. I think, like, you can still make amends. That's the way. I think he should take it. Like, a lot of United fans want him to stay because he's our best player or whatever, as you might agree. You just got to think how much what you can really do with that sort of money. You know, I don't care if he's not the captain. I don't rate him as a captain. I think Casemiro would be a better captain. I think De Ligt would be a better captain. I'll just be real with it. Like, there's still options. I don't think there's great options for United in the whole captaincy part, but come on, man. With 100 million cash, you're looking at you're double downing on making sure that your front line is now complete. You talk about our midfield and how rubbish it's been for years, but he's included in that midfield. He's a part of it. You know, it's not just down to one player, it's down to 2 players or 3 players that's in that midfield. You know, we can go and actually try and tempt other players that we could have probably wanted to get next season, like right now, before there's a massive battle. We need a marquee signing for ourselves. You can go and do that. I feel like our best player is Ahmad. He's our most talented player for sure. But it's just, at his age, with Bruno, it's difficult. You know, if it was Bruno 5 years ago, it'd probably be a little bit more difficult to let go, even for me. Like 100 million, it's like, nah, but Bruno's obviously younger. He's a lot faster. He's more active. It's just, you know, you can see that he is slowing down a little bit. You know, he don't pick up injuries, which is a good thing. He's everywhere, but when it comes to the big moments, the guy does go missing at times. You know, spamming penalties against lower league opposition is not the one. What's this? RB Leipzig, Pletigo. Oh, let me have a little look at this. Yeah, I thought so. Negotiations between Leipzig and Arsenal. Oh, wait, is that Julian? Big up, Julian. Love for that. Big up and respect to the whole live chat. Love Danny, mate. Too many United fans overrate Bruno's importance to the team. They fail to realize that Amram has tried Bruno in multiple positions because Bruno actually doesn't fit any position for this team. Big up Aaron, man. Love for that. You think Cass is staying with that salary? I think he does stay, to be fair. It's only 1 more year. 1 more year is not going to hurt, is it? I think his importance around the dressing room is for me is priceless. let me see this. The Atletico said there were already a meeting between Marcel Schaefer and Andrea Berta in London. Discussions are ongoing about possible payment structure. The release clause is set at over 80 million euros. So over 80 million euros, that's 62 million. So I'm going to guess about 65 to 70 maybe then in pounds. That's not a bad deal for Arsenal, you know. When you deep it, they could probably go get him and Gyokeres. But it looks like they've chosen. I mean, if they've chosen, then I mean, big up, then, isn't it? That's their choice. He might even end up being better than Gyokeres. He might have a higher ceiling. Not that I see it, but but not the point. We need to renew Cass's salary and reduce terms. He should be our captain next season. That could be actually on the cards. I think that could actually be on the cards, you know, Teslim. He is settled in Manchester, but it's like, when is it a good time to move on from him? It depends on your pivot, depends what you got going on. For me, you know, I know there's a lot of us fans, we get kind of emotionally attached to our players more than maybe the next, potentially, maybe. I could say that could be a little bit too biased, but I don't want to get too attached to a degrading team, personally. So yeah, I see this Trent 10 million agreed. I just don't really care for it that much. I mean, that means Liverpool fans can't moan now. You got a fee for your man. You got a fee for your man now, so good on you lot. Yeah, I agree, Aaron. It is chosen poorly again, but you're giving my club now an opportunity. Thanks to you, I have opportunity, and Chelsea opportunity as well. Because I'm not going to say no to a Gyokeres deal, and I'm pretty sure Amorim and Ineos are not going to say no to it either. It's difficult, man. Sentiment is important for United, but I'm eager. I'm eager. You know, I don't know. I don't know. He might stay. If he stays, then it's like, oh, we're back to square one. I don't want to be back to square one. I just want to move on. I hate this squad so much, man. Worst assembled squad in history. Let me double check this. Yeah. But other rumors are as well. I need you lot's opinions on this. It came out from upper tiers, but it also came out from someone else. I can't remember. I can't remember. I saw it last night that, you know, United are now, because the lap stuff is being rejected. We was already working on trying to talk with Mbeumo, but now the shift into Mbeumo. Do you find that correct? Because I think that's a smart play. Because if someone like Newcastle does come for this guy, it's going to be difficult. Let's be real. You know, for what they can offer. I think we can definitely offer a bit more wages, but this could be Newcastle's marquee signing of the summer. They don't want to blow all their budget. They're going to have a bit to spend. They didn't really spend anything last year either. They're in the Champions League. They could do a little bit, right? They've got good maneuverability in the market. But I feel like we got to lock this guy in. If he's your target, you got to lock him in. You know, he's on some stupid wages that you can definitely go and triple. I think it's on something like 60 grand per week or 50. That should be an easy deal. You know, he doesn't have to go 200k per week. But if Cunha's commanded it, then I'm gonna imagine that he's gonna command something similar. And I don't really mind that. It's Premier League proven goals. You know, if United are serious, you go and get them 210s locked down. Because that means there's going to be no more complaints for the striking option. Oh, you don't create for the number 9 enough. Well, now you've got two guys who can score, who can somewhat create. And Mbeumo is a great cross of the ball. But for me, it's like you're set. I feel like the striker market for Mateta, if you are to get money and so forth, I think it's going to stay there for now. You know, we need to get a lot in before, you know, the season starts. But I feel like this is the one we need to get over the line as quick as possible. I'd be serious. Like, honestly, I would not be mad going into the season with Mbeumo, Xerxes, and what's it called? And Cunha. I think that's a good front three. Do you know what I mean? You got players running off of him as what you're saying could be. But I agree. It's just, this manager can't be too stubborn. That's what I'm saying. I'm not actually mad at that. If it means, cool, we're not going to get our striker target potentially, which we do need. It is one game a week, sorry, technically until the cup games. But then you can go maybe focus on another area, maybe like centre mid, if Bruno is to stay. Hopefully not. It's just a much better situation. We're definitely not getting Eze and Mateta and whatnot. But together, it could happen because he's got release clause, but that's just not happening. Let's be real. Xerxes is wank though, Cass. He's not wank. Come on, man. What? I mean, he's not a goal scorer, but he's definitely a good link-up, man. You know, if it wasn't for our poor finishing, Xerxes would probably have 10 assists this season at minimum. He's created a lot. But I think down the middle, you know, the best thing about them three, they can all interchange. It's just I'm just trying to provide another option in mind to say, okay, that can definitely work. That should be able to work wholeheartedly, easily. And then he obviously with better players around him, obviously you're going to get more goals anyways. You know, it'd be nice to see a flipping very nice 11. Ahmad wing back and Mbeumo, let's say Xerxes was up front. Then you got Cunha. Like, that's night and day. Going from Mason Mount, and what's it called? Mason Mount and Garnacho to Cunha and Mbeumo is night and day much better. So that's what I'm kind of going on about. Big up Ghost, man. No, it's all good, man. Don't worry about it. I'm all good. We're just talking about obviously this Bruno stuff and what it can really mean for our club. But it's just, again, it's knackered. It's all knackered. Where's I would be happy with those three as well. Oh, would you not be happy with that? Like, think about it. If you got another thing in mind, let's say it does go all wrong. Let's say it goes all left. We go get Mbeumo, but there might be some worries that, okay, we need A, B, and C player to be sold, right? Which is fair enough. They are going to get sold. Rashford's going to go. Garnacho's going to go. I'm pretty sure this is what I say with United in the market. We're going to be fine this summer. I got this odd feeling we're going to be more than fine. You know, Garnacho, Anthony leaving and whatnot. We talk about it every day, correct? But for me, it's beyond that a little bit. It's just like, how quick can you get things done? That's the issue. We don't need mad depth this year, Sam. Yeah, it's not the depth, but we got one game a week. We can build off of that. We need to build a good 11. The squad options are still squad options. I'm sorry, but if you've got squad options of, let's say, Mason Mount, Kobe Mainu, and that, or Casemiro might be on the bench, or I don't know, right? Delo, you're not gonna be mad at that, are you? Let's be honest with ourselves. We're not gonna be totally annoyed. But from there, you can definitely build upon it. You don't need everything right now. I think the goalkeeper situation is huge as well. We got to understand how big that situation is, because how many times have we been let down in a game where things are going right for Man United, and then before you know it, we concede, whether it's Forest, whether it's Brentford, yet again, Ipswich, Tottenham. How many times? Wolves. How many times? Do you know what I mean? And it all comes from not having a stable enough goalkeeper, where in a lot of these games, we could have either got a few points or so, and we could have been in a much better position. Not exactly 8th or 9th, because that's not even a bar. But we've lost a lot. We've lost a lot on points due to very poor goalkeeping. And I feel like if you've got someone there like Vanya, like for 17.8 million, for me, it's just a no-brainer. You just got to go for it. There's so much riding on Bruno leaving and these other players. We just got to get one out the door now. See, the Matt Hargreaves stuff being over in Napoli potentially as well, which we spoke about earlier. I don't think that's for Højlund. I think Osman is Saudi bound, but I think it's for Garnacho. You know, we already know that Conte's got this obsessive disorder or something over what his targets are. If he don't get his targets, the guy wants to leave the club. So yeah, you only need 2 in every position. I agree, but we can't basically get everything that we might need. Telefootball is saying this. The deal could be worth between 80 and 100. Love. I've not watched Vanya. Is he good? I'm not going to say I've watched loads of him, right? But for a goalkeeper, you can actually watch a compilation and probably say, you know what, you're either rubbish or you're actually decent. Penalties, amazing. Shot stopping, amazing. What's most impressive for me about this goalie is the way he parries away the ball, you know, into less dangerous areas. He's a giant. I've seen him play against Napoli. Napoli beat them, but he was saving them quite a lot. The defense is quite poor, Torino's. For me, it's not the worst, but it's still quite poor in terms of, like, especially when it comes to aerial stuff. But it claimed every corner. You know, even if you go watch Torino versus Inter Milan, that was a good game. You know, if you go watch Torino versus Atalanta, that was a good game as well. And I remember even saying I was getting gassed over one of them. I was doing one on Big Up, and I was even saying, like, are you looking at this goalie? Like, who's this goalie? And then I started noticing him. I didn't notice his name. I just noticed that's his name, Vanya, when we got linked. I was like, oh, that's his name. Love. Wrap it up, lads. Go get him. But Anana needs to piss off. But you know what it is? I'm kind of, from what Miyinde is saying, like, I'm basically here to stay, and Anana saying he's happy in Manchester. But we're not happy with you. We're not happy with you. How about that? Exactly. We need to go get Kratos ASAP. If Bruno goes, then potentially frees up space for Mbeumo or an Edison, not a striker. I think I agree, Leon. Because if a midfielder goes, you want a midfielder to come in the door, right? And that's what makes me think if Bruno does go, it accelerates for Mbeumo. But the thing is you got to remember we're lacking a striker option at the moment, and it's all cash, so you can do whatever you need to do, right? Because I've got 100 million cash. I'm going to use 20 million of that, no, 10 million of that cash to go and get a 50 million pound player because it's going to get amortized into 5 years. I can use that 10 million cash out of that 100 million. I've got 90 million cash left. Does that make sense? That's United's biggest problem right now. But we're lacking a striker. You know, Xerxes Højlund, I don't think Xerxes is going to technically be classed as that, but it's kind of obvious that we were looking at the lap. He was going to come through the door either way. So that means that there's space in the squad. You know, you're missing Rashford, who's probably deemed as more of a striker option, but he's going to go, obviously. So that's what makes me think there would be accelerated deals for a striker a little bit more. But I would say definitely, I'm hoping that we do push for Mbeumo 100 million%. But who knows anyways. By the way, people, nearly on 150 likes. Big up to the community. Big up to every new subscriber. Big up to anyone watching back. Road to 10K now, I suppose. Is 5K is coming quite short time, pretty much within a good 2 months, which was basically January then last month. So love. Won't be back later. I don't think I'm going to be out. I'm going to be live on Never a Foul within 10 minutes or so. This is going to get redirected to Saeed's stream because he's just with troops at the moment. So if you want to go over there, then even better. And then I'm going to be back again on Never a Foul next 10 or so minutes. So love for that. And yeah, likes are super important.